Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Banshee Cup group stage, round 5. My name is Bahamut. There are 7 rounds of this, so next weekend will be the last 2 rounds of this group stage, and then we'll get into the GSL bracket, and then we'll have the playoffs, and then we'll have the finals. We're getting towards we're at the midpoint. We're at the midpoint of this tournament so far, I'd say. Maybe a little bit less than midpoint, but still. Either way, we're getting through this. Thank you all for being here. We got some housekeeping to do. And then we'll get into the draft. So this is the Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 3. We also do have some bounties that we can go through for all of you. The bounties are as follows: Butcher, Cho'Gall, Nova, Asmodan, Gazlo, Murky, Probius, Valera, Kel'Thuzad. There's also talent pickups of Convection, Kael'thas, Hunt, Illidan, Nidus, Zagara, Twin Blades, Varian, Monstrosity, Abathur, Longboat, Vikings. Stitches, Alex Straws with the level 1 Globe Talents, which actually work really good for Tomb of the Spider Queen if a team wants to lean into those. Lily and Chen, triple healer team, no healer team, and Juice Pirates with the Lieutenant Morales medevac backdoor. We do see Team Daykwaza on the left-hand side. We just saw them, and they played up against Team Hopaka. That was a really good series right there as we get into, as I mentioned, this final best of 3 of the day. Team Daykwaza versus Team Gia, and it's Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played. The bans at the top of the screen don't add to that list. There's no tournament baseline bans. If you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to follow. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the channels. And, yeah, I love you all. Thanks for being here. I rode my bike all weekend long, enjoyed it so much. Oh, lucky you. How am I? I'm doing all right. We had the steroid injection on Friday. I had to skip stream yesterday because I was still recovering from it all. And, knock on wood, today is feeling okay. Definitely still need to rest after the stream. Don't want to overdo it, but feeling okay sitting here, being able to stream for all of you. So fingers crossed by Tuesday, I'll be in an amazing spot. Good morning, ISO. You're just in time. We're in our 4th best of 3 of the day. We're just starting out. As we have a Lucio Johanna on the side of Team Daykwaza. Hogger will be the first pick for Team Gia. Don't hate the Hogger here. Fantastic for Tomb of the Spider Queen. A lot of good bounce directions. A lot of really good control as well. I was just checking. My mouse was getting a little bit low on battery earlier, and I should probably just plug it in for the draft so it can charge up a bit more. Windows noises. Diablo with a Hanzo as well. Man, Team Gia with a mean start to their draft. A pretty mean start to that draft. Still need a healer. Still need... you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say... Chromie's not bad. I was thinking more of it being like a Medivh. I was thinking that Team Gia might lean into a Medivh composition, but we'll have to see how things shape up after the midpoint of this draft. Lucio Johanna. I mean, really, I was going to say, what do you just ban the thing you don't want to deal with? And Mephisto is going to be the target ban in this. Don't hate that whatsoever. Good wave clear and poke potential and such. Next 2 picks coming out from Team Daykwaza. They need wave cleared. It's just like, how do you want to deal with the Diablo and the Hogger and stuff? Tychus can be considered here. Some percent-based damage wouldn't be too bad. Wow! Oh my god! Look at that horrible draft analysis I bring to the table. Tychus and Sylvanas will actually have good percent-based damage, both of them, if Sylvanas leans into that at level 1. But either way, the draft start for Team Daykwaza is not bad whatsoever. Hogger, Diablo, Hanzo still need a healer. Anduin's not a bad idea whatsoever with the Light Bomb. And then you could lean into like a mage, like a Gul'dan for the wave clear or something like that. Oh, they're going to go Genji instead, so they go Shimada Bros. That makes sense. Alright, probably Explosive Arrow from Hanzo just to help out with the wave clear. It's not miserable, but the wave clear is not the strongest for Team Gia. Last pick on the left-hand side, gonna need that solo lane, and it will be Urel to control the Hogger. I like the drafts on both these sides. I think either team could really win this. Sorry for the Windows noises. You and your silver game knowledge. I know, right, Kel? I watch Bahamut play once, and I've decided that his entire skill base is based off of what he does in Storm League. Because I can't form my own opinions. Sorry, there was a Twitch chatter on my mic. Sorry about that. Or a Redditor on my mic. Anyways, Gamble's up and available. First map in our final best of 3 of the day. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into this, as we do have map number 1, left-hand side, Team Daykwaza. Daykwaza playing that Urel, Madara Tychus, Gamerboy on Lucio, Dark to play Sylvanas, and Alien will be your Johanna. Right side of the map, Team Gia. We haven't seen them yet today. We got Rai playing Hogger, Zavlosh doing the most white dance he can on Anduin, Gia playing Genji, Sereny on the Hanzo, and Skog will be your Diablo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sounded kind of like Chromie or Brightwing.
Let's the battle begin.
Yeah, I'm secretly the voice actor for both of those. A man can't do a woman's voice. Oh, Daykwaza, what's going on, bud? Hanzo gets first blood immediately into Daykwaza. I'm not too sure about that engagement, but Diablo goes in with the Shadow Charge, angling for a second kill, looking for the double, but it's not going to be happening this early into this map. Oh, we've got a pause. All right, we got a pause. Oh, it looks like the person that paused literally... Oh, that's bad. That's not good. Because I believe if the person that paused DC, there's no one else to... No, there's no ref. That's only if there's a ref, so we're good. What happened to my stream? What happened to my stream? Oh. It went down to 0 for us. Okay. Why am I 0 frames? Hello? I have internet. Why did my stream drop? I have web. Twitch just dropped. F5 should be back. There we go. Yeah, just Twitch literally dropped right there. Nah, it's Twitch. Yeah. You were scared? Me too. I was terrified. Yeah, it looks like it was on Twitch's side because my internet didn't go out. My internet still was up. It just literally dropped on the Twitch side of things. There is still a gamble going on. The player DC'd and then my internet went weird, so something happened. Something weird happened, but we'll see what's gonna go on with this, because, as I said, the player needs to restart. Not sure how much they need to restart, whether it's full PC or just the game. Hopefully it's just the game really quickly. Okay, looks like our session time didn't reset. That's always good. Oh, at least it happened during the pause. That's convenient for us, right? Conveniently during the pause. Can't load the game, gonna restart his PC. If he can't rejoin, we can remake. If Daykwaza ints again, he can run into towers, it's fine. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's if Daykwaza ints again, because that is kind of what happened. What's up, FF Arena? How you doing today, bud? Let me blow my nose, I guess. They didn't realize they paused the match, they paused Twitch. What about my Q stacks? What is Hanzo Q stacks even at right now? Hanzo has hit Urel twice and Tychus once. Okay. They're currently discussing whether or not they're going to restart this game. We're just waiting to find out if the tank player can get back in. The tank player had to fully restart their PC, so hopefully that doesn't take very long. Man, the Stellar Jays are out partying today. Well, either way, happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're, he can't rejoin, okay? So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna full restart this map number 1? Full restart? Or what are we gonna do? Skog has resumed the game. Left. Okay, they all left. Alright, that's fine. At least it happened in the beginning of the game, and it's not like 50%, so now they have to figure out what they're gonna do. So at least there's that. So they're gonna remake the lobby. We won't go through draft again, but they're gonna remake the lobby, get everybody in here, and then we'll get back into this. Okay. Well, that all works out. Alpaca's in a replay. Oh, they're just reviewing what they just did. All right. There it is. And they got in that lobby quick. All right. We just need players shuffled to the correct sides, and then we get going into our map number 1.
Do your worst.
I will do my worst. That is the game plan consistently from me. That's consistently my game plan. Do my worst. All right, thank you all for your patience. Sorry for the delay. Let's get we need one more player to ready up, and we get into our map. So we'll see. Does Daykwaza int again? How are they gonna do this? Or is it just a full reset on the situation? I mean, it was only 35 seconds in. Granted, it was a first kill over to Urel. The Johanna, who was the one who DC'd, is... There we go. Okay. Alright, now we're getting into it. Thank you everyone for your patience. Doing my best, sir. Oh, I'm doing my worst, sir. Who made this man a gunner? I did. He's my cousin. Left side, you know the dealio. Team Daykwaza. On the right side, you know the same thing. Team Gia. Same talents. Sus. I wanted auto-build this game. Oh, that's why... Yeah, that's the whole reason.
Battle begins in...
Did emotional damage not go off?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There you go, I gave your channel points back. I don't think emotional damage went off.
Begin.
Alrighty, here we go. Oh, is Daykwaza... Oh my god, is Daykwaza legitimately... Oh, what a good sportsman. Okay, but that's unfair because Sereny got a free full stack on Urel. That's unfair right there. Okay, that is some competitive integrity right there that Urel Daykwaza was like, okay, you still get the first kill. Granted... Hanzo getting that free full stackage, but that's alright. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, the prediction's already gone out. You guys have already made your predictions. Oh, really good analysis right there as we have Genji jumping in with a deflect activated. Some shurikens to be thrown out as well. Dark getting poked here and there. And I think this, Madara getting harassed here. 2 stacks already for the Hanzo. I think he's already finished out completely. on hitting Tychus and Urel. Yeah, that's going to be exactly the case. Alright, so technically parity has been reset and sort of forced here. Diablo goes in on the Gamer Boy. Skog is not going to be able to do much more. Johanna steps in. Natural agility over the wall from Hanzo as they have Gia jumping in here as well. Madara a little low, but no actual real big threat onto them. Dark on this Sylvanas in bottom lane will grab Siege Giant Camp. Emotional damage didn't go up because it's always on. That is true. That is very true. Urel managing bottom, making sure Genji isn't going to invade the camp, and Dark gets, Daykwaza gets the Regeneration Globe off the camp. Diablo going in once again with a Shadow Charge. Does have that Devil's Due level 1. We'll see what kind of build he's going to be leaning into. Not a whole lot of spell power, so it kind of makes sense to see the Devil's Due. Oh, it's going to be Sacrificial Soul, so we're going to see Shadow Charge, auto attack Diablo, I assume. Nice collision into the wall. Decent pressure onto Madara, who's able to dash away on the Tychus. It is going to be Master Assassin Tychus level 4, subdue for the Johanna. She steps in, looking to slow down the enemy, but a lot of blue health bars are low on this left-hand side. Diablo lands the collision once again. Alien on this Johanna will fall. Another kill over to the side of Team Gia as they also take down the Tychus. Siege Giants in bottom lane, we're getting some damage here, but it looks like they'll take down one tower. Almost take down one tower. Twelve gems to go in for Team Gia. Diablo sitting in the bush waiting for the angle onto Sylvanas. Chastise follows up. Haunting Wave does get the teleport. And Diablo full on souls as the Sonic Arrow goes over the wall, seeing the Lucio amping up and healing up for that Sylvanas. Durell Hogger still in bottom lane. You just got here. Why did Daykwaza give the first kill for free? Because we had to reload the map. There was a disconnection issue with the Johanna tank. And so they DC'd and they were going to restart their game. They restarted the game. Johanna player couldn't get back into this lobby, so they restarted their entire PC. Still didn't work for them. So we restarted the entire map, and Daykwaza said that, you know what? I will go ahead and let you have one free kill so that the map is basically parity of where we left off. Or is the same, if you will, not parity. So the short answer is very good sportsmanship from Team Daykwaza. The long answer, you just heard it. Also, Volzin, happy Sunday to you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for swinging through the stream, checking out the final best of 3 of the day. Red Web Weavers will descend. Urel jumping into mid here. 22 on Daykwaza right now as the Red Web Weavers I mentioned being summoned. Diablo pushing up top lane. 10 talent here. About a level and a half or so away for the members of Team Gia as the Haunting Wave once again activated by the Sylvanas is allowing her to get over the wall. Lucio amps it up with reverse amp value. Johanna stepping out just to get those gems that were dropped in front of the fort front gate. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, this is going to be pressure continuing in favor for the side of Team Gia onto the fort front gate. Genji getting great siege value, which is a weird sentence to say. We will see the Dragon Hungers at level 7 for Hanzo. I doubt we see Flawless Technique because these players don't like to take quality talents, but you know what? A man can hope and a man can dream. Flawless Technique level 16 is insane with this Q build. But either way, 10 talent here, as I mentioned, on the horizon. We'll cycle through the other numbers as we always do. Shuriken Mastery, 40 out of 60 stacks for the Genji, by the way. Camp on this left side will be grabbed. We've got Urel just being harassed a bit by Genji, and Gia just getting free stackage, as I mentioned. Level 10 faster for the right-hand side. 4-0 in kills. Team Gia coming out strong here in map number 1. Granted, one kill was for free, but you know what? That kill still came over. I mean, it was still a very free kill. when we first entered this map the first time. But either way, Diablo full on... Oh, no, he's post-level 10. That's what it is. It's going to be Madara very low. Gia with the X-Strike. That's a great Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo, followed up by the Apocalypse of Diablo. They take down the Sylvanas and the Tychus. Gamerboy very low, has to push off. A lot of gems dropped and will disappear. Gamerboy unable to pick those up, and this is still turn-in availability for the side of Team Daykwaza, even though they lost a heck load of gems. Granted, they only need one for the turn-in, and there's 32 on... Is it literally Daykwaza has all the gems? If Team Gia could take down if Team Gia could just take down Daykwaza Yrel, that'd be a nice reset on the gem economy. But of course, you know, there's other gems to be picked up around the map. Actually, no, it's still all Daykwaza on this Yrel. All the gems on Yrel currently. Well, that's actually changed, but you know what I mean. It's just like you gotta watch that health bar a little bit. Make sure she won't get picked off. Daykwaza, okay, is delayed. Gia unable to get one of the rounds of shurikens out. Camp will be grabbed. Daykwaza does get that one gem needed. X-Strike from Genji, excuse me. Light Bomb, X-Strike, Swift Strike, the Blessed Shield from Johanna going wide of the enemies. Righteous Hammer onto Diablo. The reverse amp from Diablo activated, or from Lucio activated. Could you imagine Diablo with reverse amp? That'd just be mean. He could just constantly close the distance with that speed boost. So the blue web weavers have descended. How much value can they find? Top lane is already cleared out. Well, mostly cleared out. Genji will manage that. Mid lane, there's a Chastise going out onto Madara, but it's cleansed out by the fact that he's still summoning Commandeer Odin. 0 to 6 in kills, favoring Team Gia, who have pulled ahead by about a level. Apocalypse from Diablo activated. High fives from Lucio deny that. There's a Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo that's going to be eaten by the Johanna Iron Skin. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Hogger's being chased. The Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. 19 gems go to the wayside. Genji's going to try and pick these up. He's going to be able to get the vast majority, a few of them. No, he actually gets the vast majority, if not all of them. Both teams have a turn in here. 59-60 actually out of the 55, but a lot of them are on Daykwaza. Light Bomb combo. Ardent Defender comes out in time. The high fives from Lucio. The Blessed Shield right into the face of Gia, who is gonna get the deflect out in time, and 111 HP, as I think the lowest his HP did go. Woo-wee. Tychus in top lane. Madara just doing auto attack things with Tychus. Does one player have the turn-in here? 22, 40... No. Okay, they need a couple different turn-ins. Daykwaza unloads a whole heck load of gems. That's got to be a nice reprieve for the Yrel. Hey, Ton. Good morning, bud. Skog, shield glared a little too late. It's their turn-in here. Gia trying to get the last bit for their team. Tychus has a turn-in, right? Yeah, he's got 8. I think that was denied by Diablo. 13's on both sides. Diablo's still anchoring over here, but the fight in bottom lane does continue. Gia very low, activates Deflect, gets the Light Bomb, which is more of a zoning heroic than anything else. Commandeer Odin summoned by the Tychus. Madara looking to poke as Gia does get the full Hearth out. No interrupt. All right. Blue Web Weavers will descend. Last few gems were turned in and snuck through one of the 2 locations. Top lane wave is decent. Bottom fort does go down. Commandeer Odin still poking. I was about to say, should expire in just a moment here, but the Blue Web Weavers will make their way into these lanes, and we'll see how this all works out. Wailing Arrow's off cooldown if Dark really needs it, but Gia's able to Swift Strike out. Just put a little bit of pressure, a little bit of harassment onto the Sylvanas right there. Tychus with the overkill active, stepping in for a moment, trying to threaten Skog's health bar. Daykwaza flank on the right side of our screen, jumps on in, looking at Zavlash on that Anduin, condemned from Johanna, Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo, trying to create a bit of space as the Ardent Defender comes out in time, tanking tower shots. Genji gets the kill on Sylvanas in top lane while they were having that 1v1. Mid fort is saved, top fort is getting eradicated quite quickly. Hogger will manage bottom, but this top fort is gone. Hanzo is 20 gems. He needs to get out of here, but he was denied that. X-Strike from Genji gets the counter kill, and they do pick up those gems. Hanzo had about 20. Gia picks up, I think, every single one of those. Might have been Yeah, there are 3 drop, but that was from the Lucio kill. Top lane Webweaver will expire in a moment. Whoo! A tense map number 1. 47 gems on Gia. Hogger with the camp grabs. Short distance bounce. Looking pretty decent right there. Looks like he's kind of moving to the left a little bit, and he's going to cancel that early, but the staggering blow into the wall is pretty decent. Oh, Diablo's got devastating charge. We're waiting on the... Okay, Hanzo, level 16 Hanzo. Are we a flawless technique enjoyer? No, we are piercing arrow enjoyer, apparently. Oh, but Bahamut, double explosion on the waves. Wee. But here's the thing. If you don't need wave clear if you just kill the enemy team with flawless technique. Overpower, Shadow Charge, Light Bomb from Genji goes through, trying to find some value after the Iron Skin expires, but it does not work out for Gia, who will look to turn in for this Webweaver summon. Is there a Shield Glare in time? No. Shield Glare actually goes into the wave. Apocalypse. Dragon's Arrow goes wide. X-Strike will land onto one. Johanna's the one to go down. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas is the answer. Commandeer Odin coming out from Tychus. Looking to push back into the enemy as Diablo lands a Shadow Charge. Yrel was midway through a Avenging Wrath, so it's a bit of a weird animation, but the Red Webweavers do descend to the side of Team Gia. Hoggers quickly working on bottom lane. Nice horizontal bounce through all of that. Diablo focusing onto Yrel. There is a cleanse from Lucio. High 5, I think. Genji trying to jump in. Oh, the piercing arrow! Almost gets the kill. But horseshoes and hand grenades. And I know there's someone out there like, see, flawless technique would have almost got the kill. Well, I mean, almost. But anyways, they do get the kill into Tychus. Team Gia running through mid lane. Hogger, by the way, was pushing up bottom. This is going to be bottom lane fort. This is a triple fort phase. Team Gia with triple forts to be taken down on the enemy side. Tychus up in 27 seconds. This is looking healthy for Team Gia. As Daykwaza scouted out in the bush just above from Zavlosh Divine Star. Genji's got decent mobility, and he's got a huge wave in this top. He pushes things up and he backs away. Looks like they're dangling. They're angling for a boss play. Let's see if they see the rotation towards boss, and it looks like the sidewalls were avoided, so no vision provided on that. But you just have to assume. The enemy team has got turn-in, and the boss is up, and you're all shoved back. Yeah, this is immediate boss call, but... let's actually swap visions really quickly. Diablo sitting up in the bush right now. We know the enemy's on their way. Diablo lands the Shadow Charge, finishes out his level 13 Devastating Charge. We've got the boss picked up by the side of Team Gia. Hogger with a bounce around. There's a Light Bomb. Ardent Defender was used. X-Strike following up. Daykwaza drops a whole heckload of gems. Gamerboy just trying to speed boost out of here. That's Sylvanas going down. Lucio to fall. Madara is going to be shoved to death. Johanna being chased down right now, and I think they're looking to end game with just boss through top. Is it possible? Do they want the Webweavers as well? I mean, it's 35 seconds, 30 seconds on average. This looks like it's game-ending push. All right. Boss in top lane. Team Gia with a about 15-minute in-game time. Johanna will save her KDA, but this is going to be map number 1 and our 4th best of 3 of the day, going over to Team Gia with a really dominant late game. I mean, it's 14-3 in kills. Really, really well played. What's up, Last? Good to see you, bud. Denzel's son is fantastic. The Rock is the new Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise does the same thing every single time, but I will say this about Tom Cruise. He is a fantastic action star. Now, is he a great actor? No. Tom Cruise is pretty much the exact same character in most of his movies, but he's a very good action star. I will give Tom Cruise that. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about movies. Big surprise. Windows noise. I gotta charge my mouse again because I'm having some issues and I don't feel like fixing them, so I'm just gonna charge the mouse and I'll fix it after stream today. We're in map number 2. Could be the final map of the day. Team Daykwaza on the left-hand side. Team Gia on the right. God, I have such a weird itch on the inside of my arm. And we will see a Maiev Vala band away, white main target band as well. What are we going to be removing last here? It's going to be a Blaze, okay. Whenever you work for WD, they trademark whatever you're wrestle under. I didn't know that, Wildfire. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's actually that makes a bit more sense as to why The Rock would come back, because personally I thought it was just like, and I'm sure there's money involved, but I thought it was purely just I want my name out there because it's WrestleMania and this and that. But I didn't realize that it was a licensing thing, and then that makes it that puts a lot more logic to it. But either way, the matches last night were really, really good, except for the one with The Rock in it. I couldn't stand it because essentially the short of it is cheaters never get punished, is the short of that. And I hate that. Like, I know there's heels and everything in wrestling, but it's like, it was to the point last night where it wasn't enjoyable, because it was like the script is written for The Rock to never lose. And that's how that match came across, is that The Rock couldn't be the one to lose. He couldn't fail. He had to be the one that win, regardless of whether he cheated or not. And anyways, I don't know, it left a bad flavor in my mouth. But either way, the Australian woman versus the Scottish woman, or the woman, the man versus mommy or whatever. Oh, that was a great matchup. That one was great. I love seeing two strong women beat each other up. Okay, anyways. Honest band away. We've got a Chromie Rhaegar on the right-hand side for Battlefield of Eternity. Li Ming, Garrosh, Chen on the left-hand side. As a reminder, it's the Meta Madness style of draft, so we won't see Genji, we won't see Hanzo. What else are we going to get rid of? Kurt Angle got one over on them by trademarking his name before he went to work for them? Really? It's very much a business decision. Huh. Stop using the name because of WWE royalties, but for its use. Now that he's on the board, he was able to get full rights outside of... Oh, yeah, there's the whole board thing. I remember that was mentioned last night. Literally, The Rock last night threatened a referee. Like, I'll fire you if you do this. And it's like, oh, wow, that's great. That's not fun to deal with. Samuro, Chromie, Rhaegar, Muradin. Ooh, Team Gia, they're looking to go visceral. I watched that fight. The cameraman did his job. What, the man versus Molly? I forget their actual names. The ginger girl and the jet black hair girl. Oh my god, I was just swooning for 30 minutes straight. I was like, my hip hurts, but you can powerbomb me, lady. I find the women's division in general to be more entertaining than... Yeah, I actually agree with that, Wildfire. There was some fun matches last night, but I definitely found the women's division to be way more entertaining. I found it was like there was more... like, pageantry doesn't feel like the right word, but it was more fun to watch. Like, there was more excitement visually. But either way. Anyways, I'm rambling through this draft. I apologize. Thrall does round out the draft on the right. I think Team Gia can do this. Yeah, I mean, Li Ming is kind of the X factor, of course, but I think Team Gia can wrap this up in a 2-0. Windows noise. Start prediction. Which team wins Battlefield of Eternity? Daykwaza or Team Gia? 5-minute gamble. Go ahead and get it in. Women's wrestling from the 2000s, fantastic stuff. Yeah, I watched a bit of the Hall of Fame stuff, and they talked about like some women wrestlers who paved the way for others, and it was really interesting to watch. He also owns the XFL, which is now part of the USFL Football League. Huh. United States... Wait, what is USFL? Because the XFL is like the Extreme Football League, right? Is USFL United States Football League? All the bouncing? I don't know what you're talking about, Kel. I don't know what you're talking about. I watched for the sportsmen, for the quality sportswomanship. No other reason. Right side is going to be Team Gia up in this best of 3 series. Rai playing this Thrall. Gia on the Chromie. Zavlosh is going to be your Rhaegar. We'll have a Skog Muradin. And last but not least, Murrow will be played by Okay, they said JK. By Serenity. On the left-hand side, we've got a Daykwaza, Chen, Dark on the Li Ming. Elian will be your Garrosh, Gamer Boy on the Urel, on the Ariel. Different sort of noises. And Mater will be your Cassia. Gamble's up and available, as I mentioned. Could be the final gamble of the day. Could be the final gamble of the day. Team Gia with a pretty strong map number 1, but if you've been paying attention to the maps today, map number 1 has really not been a conclusive way to figure out how these teams match up against each other, because we've had some really, really good back and forths today. I don't want to spoil anything in case anyone wants to watch the games back. Also, of course, all VODs and everything are up on, go up on YouTube. I've got a couple more days of NGS VODs to go up on YouTube. Nice toss onto the Ariel, and they get the kill onto Rhaegar. First blood goes over to Team Gia, but they're going to trade into Garrosh. Is he able to back off? Yeah, no, he's not. Madara running through the sand. Thrall, do you have a root? Pharaoh Wolf. Stormbolt. Pharaoh Wolf connects. Madara Stormbolted. And blasted through the fort, the keep front gate. Where am I going with my... Since 2005, it's been a good matches. First win, Royal Rumble was a good match, better than men's. Same pay-per-view. 90s and 2000s was all about bouncing. Oh, I mean... Yeah. I watched, when I was younger, I watched wrestling with my brother, like, I wouldn't say religiously, but we watched, that was my thing, my brother and I watched every week together. And I had a crush on, there was the sister of the Hardy Boys. I forget her name, but I had such a crush on her. Oh my god. Storylines were fun. Keiichi, both in jail and only let out to wrestle. Wait, what? There was a ladder match last night that was really fun to watch. That was pretty intense. Say what you will about wrestling being quote-unquote faked and scripted. There's still people that are still getting their heads slammed into desks and stuff. You know, I understand that some of these, the tables are thinner and the ladders actually have like styrofoam on the inside, but you're still going through that. You're still smacking your back, like, yeah. A lot of respect. Like, you can say what you will about the reality of wrestling. You're still taking a beating, dude. Someone dropping from the top of the rope onto your neck, that still hurts. No matter the fact that they're using the back of their knee and they're trying to soften it, that still hurts. I know, my brother and I would practice wrestling moves on each other. So of course the younger brother gets hurt. Me. Skog is gonna get Detainment Strike into the wall. We got our first objective phase up and available. Going to be having a bit of a brawl here. Groundbreaker from Garrosh connecting. We do have some pressure onto Gamer Boy. The Ariel is able to get a Detainment Strike back onto the enemy as the Immortal spins and pushes people around. Ryan the Thrall is trying to back off. A Groundbreaker will continue to pressure him, but speaking of pressure, Samuro on the left-hand side, keeping those autos coming through, will be able to drop the mirror images and break away. It's a medals, yeah, dude. Yeah, Real Athletics scripted results. Yep, that's a good way to say it. Taking a steel chair to the back. I mean, even then, like, if you're holding up a steel chair and someone, like, high kicks the steel chair into your face, that still hurts, dude. I don't know if any of you are a dummy like me and run into a door from time to time, but I mean, it doesn't feel good. We currently have our second phase of the Immortal. It looks like Li Ming was able to burn that down on the left-hand side, so first Immortal will go over to the side. Oh, no, I have Immortal Dyslexia. Immortal does go down. Team G is able to actually erase that down, and it'll be a big bad Belith in the bottom lane. Mind you, we're 4 minutes 30 in, and Samuro's on 37 stacks of Wave Illusion. Not too bad. Chromie Deep Breathing with 14 out of 20. We've got the Burning Blade for Samuro. Garrosh with 11 Groundbreaker stacks, trying to wiggle his way away from some of the CC and artillery from Chromie. Gamer Boy dropping a little low is able to tap the well. Groundbreaker, Indomitable looking to toss Gia. Ends up getting Zavlosh, and that's going to be Garrosh punished as Samuro finishes out his Wave Illusion level 1 up against the Chen in top lane. Wave Illusion? Wave Illusion, yes. 30 stacks for Madara Cassia on that Lightning Stroke. 12 Groundbreaker for Garrosh. 1 Detainment Strike. Repeated Offense. Tempora Loop onto Madara. Rooted? Is Madara booted? Chromie's done with her level 1, and yes, Thrall able to get that last auto attack, and Madara does go down. 4-1 in kills, favoring the members of Team Gia, who are looking to make this a quick 2-0 series. A lot of wrestling schools in my area. I know how to take a bump. Ooh. Did you call her Crumby? No, not... I might have misspoken and said Crumby, but I didn't mean to for Chromie. There's some... I know there's like a lot of grassroots wrestling in Michigan as well. I had some friends that got into doing commentary for that. I mean, there's grassroots stuff out here, out in the West Coast as well. I know there's the bigger streamer, Graham Pooh Bear. He's gone and done stuff with that. I still think one of my favorite duos was the Dudley Brothers with the 3D. Oh, dude, I love the Dudley Brothers. I like. They were such a cool duo. Their theming was awesome. Same thing with the Hardy Bros. It's just it was unique is a good way to put it. It wasn't like, oh yes, another man in short spandex shorts. I don't know. I like my wrestling to have motifing like that. I find it more fun. Not even grassroots. I used to LARP with some ECW guys. Really? Was Stone Cold Steve Austin there? Was he just slapping beers together? Hell yeah, brother! I'm gonna throw a fireball. What? And then a lightning bolt. What? Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, is it the Dudley Twins? Sorry, my apologies. I thought it was the Dudley Brothers. Alright, right side Immortal is going to be grabbed here by Gia. And this will be going into top lane since the fort is still up and available. Also, For Real, how you doing today, bud? Thanks for coming by the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic time hanging out with us as the camp is going to be invaded by Daykwaza. Wandering Keg is up and available. Doesn't need it. Flying kicks out. Takes a bit of damage from Skog on the Muradin, who's able to Dwarf Toss away. Thrall gets some damage onto this camp. Samuro managing bottom. We didn't talk about Tens at all. Wandering Keg, Ball Lightning, Crystal Aegis, Wave of Force, and Decimate. Over on the right-hand side, Temporal Loop, which we saw, Avatar, Ancestral Healing, Sundering for the Thrall. And Samuro's going to go into the Illusion Master. He'll be able to swap around those, or he's going to be able to micro around those illusions. Meanwhile, the Immortal in top lane does confirm the fort. Team Gia with good momentum, but speaking of momentum, Skog is split from his allies, gets hit with a Ball Lightning. Sundering from Thrall comes through in time! And the Avatar Ancestral is used. I mean, 3 heroics are burned to save Muradin. I am not too opposed to this. I don't hate that whatsoever. Hardy Boys also do costume design part-time. Do they? Wow, I'm learning so much. Mick Foley's looking to do one final deathmatch before he retires, apparently. Oh, hell yeah. I'd say Mick Foley was one of my favorite, like, solo wrestlers. Mr. Sacco. Ugh. Mankind. Yeah. There's one more I'm forgetting. Either way, 13 talent here, almost here. Sereny on this Samuro. I don't know if he gets out alive. Yeah, they've cleaned up all... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, one more Q from Mater is enough. Oh, they can't get there in time. No Ancestral was available, but maybe Rhaegar had a chain heal. Does have Earth Living Enchantment for some extra healing. Chromie throws down a time stop. Decimate, Groundbreaker. Sundering from the Thrall is thrown out. The Ball Lightning still going to a few allies, actually. Temporal Loop onto Garrosh as he's able to... Oh, he's just not going to be taken down right there. And either way, it's 2 kills over to the side of Team Daykwaza as the Immortal phase will be spawning here in a moment. Dude love, Cactus Jack, thank you. Can't believe Rey Mysterio still wrestles. His match last night was really fun to watch. I also can't believe it either, because I thought Rey Mysterio was done like ages ago. But his fight last night was really fun to watch. Well, 13's on both sides. Just about all heroics are available except for Sundering, Ball Lightning, and Temporal Loops on 5 seconds. We'll see the Immortal phase with about a 6k difference or so, favoring the members of Team Daykwaza. Muradin doesn't land the Stormbolt over here on the left-hand side. We currently have Samuro able to break away with the mirror images. Mortals are on Race Potential side. Thrall goes to the right, and they say, you know what? Let's just team fight this. Stormbolt onto Garrosh. Chromie applying some decent damage. Meanwhile, Serenity on this Samuro is trying to pressure onto Li Ming and Cassia, but it's not working out completely. And he's going to need to try and back away. We'll be able to do so up through the top lane, but this Immortal should go over to the side of Team Daykwaza. And the trade at this point is just get rid of some of the shielding. They do deal a decent amount of damage to that shielding, 6k about, as this camp on the left-hand side is going to be grabbed. Samuro images will reveal, but he's not going to step in. That was a free stack, by the way, for repeated defense on the Ariel. She's at 4 out of 6 currently. And Larian moves to bottom lane. A level difference between these two teams, favoring Team Gia, but no talent to your advantage. Samuro, top lane, pushing things up. Muradin anchoring just above all of this. And you see the danger pings. He's going to take the safe rotation back towards the allies. Chromie applying some artillery. The Immortal has moved into melee mode. Skog, does he have to use Avatar here? Detainment Strike in the wall. Can he even use a button? Ancestral activated. There's a Sundering from the Thrall. The Immortal getting decent damage onto this fort right now. Garrosh looking to chase onto Muradin. There's a Fendon from Madara. Chen flying kicks. There's 1,000 HP on Muradin. Garrosh with 400 and something. Meanwhile, Samuro doing Samuro things in top lane. Gotta be cautious of that. Daykwaza gonna Hearth out to go deal. No Wandering Keg, but Samuro gets over 50% of this keep with the Catapult fixated. And meanwhile, in bottom lane, this Immortal is going to find some damage onto this keep. And there's the swap. Nicely done. Honestly, like, Serenity on this Samuro finding counter pressure in a moment that seemed a bit scary for Team Gia. Still 16 talent, or still about a level lead to Team Gia, and they'll have their 16 first. Chromie already got hers. It was the Quantum Overdrive. See that Earth Grasp Totem. Big one for Muradin. He's actually going to go into stone form for more sustainability. Alpha Wolf on the Thrall, and that's going to be Crushing Blows. No, press the attack for Samuro, which is a big one as well. While Advancing Strikes is active, Samuro and his mirror images gain 10% attack speed every time they basic attack up to 40%, which is a good way for Samuro to kind of just split and grab keeps. Level 16, I've seen Samuro players in the past, they hit 16, and they literally go and just do whatever they're just on the other side of the map. Global, if you will. Not really global. What's the word I'm looking for? Macro pressure, if you will. Just... Alright, the team's fighting in top. I'm going to go bottom and work on this keep. Team's fighting in bottom. Going to go top and work on this. Yeah, so it's just Samuro counter, or Samuro map pressure. Alright. Samuro has to give the camp away. No, wait, Muradin, does he Dwarf Toss in? No, he's going to be bopped away by Ariel's repeated defense, or Detainment Strike. Sundering from the Thrall, Ball Lightning from Cassia does go out. Doesn't seem like they're too concerned about that, but Ancestral will go onto the Samuro, swaps to another mirror image. Lost where he went. There's a toss onto Rhaegar. He's the one to go down. Muradin able to Dwarf Toss away, and this fight's looking really weird for Team Gia. As they want to back away, Wandering Keg from Chen doesn't get the split he's looking for. Detainment Strike does find the slap into the wall, and meanwhile Samuro's like, what can I go do for my allies?
Hero slain.
Okay, top lane keep goes down. So first half of the Immortal, 20, 30, 40 seconds between 3 heroes. It's a little awkward. It's a little awkward. Mick Foley was super happy when WWE brought back WCW because he loved the roller coasters, but he didn't. Mankind promotes Nitro after. Oh, I see. It took me a second there to get that. Got it. do believe I understand it. I think I get it. Muradin respawning, Chromie up in a few, some pings onto Samuro as Garrosh steps out of the bush, lands the toss on the right one. But Samuro's able to break the wrist and walk away. This Immortal is very healthy. It will go into top lane. So they will be able to confirm at least the fort. Bandit's got one flopped over ear, and it is adorable.
Our triumph brings order to this realm.
Alrighty, here we go. Meanwhile, as I mentioned, Samuro doing Samuro things on the other side of the map. Ariel, I think, was checking over here in the bush behind. Li Ming and friends will take down this fort. Samuro... Oh, he is waiting for the wave to arrive, I think. Is he backing away? No, there's... Okay, Samuro's still going to counter pressure through the bottom lane. Temporal loop onto Garrosh activates his Indomitable, but he's got stuck in a loop. Crystal Aegis will also be utilized here. Li Ming, Wave of Force down for the next 23 seconds. Samuro getting a keep in bottom. I mean, he's getting a keep in bottom. Keep in top lane is falling rapidly. Okay, so what's going to be the plan here? Daykwaza, are they going to commit to going core? Okay, Samuro's hearthing out. At least it looks like, based on his positioning on the minimap, it looks like he's going to be hearthing out of this. Sundering from the Thrall. The Ancestral comes through in time. No level 20 for either side. The Immortal's now working on the core. Wandering Keg from Chen is splitting people. Daykwaza, Skog is so very low. Sereny is going to go down as well. It looks like we're going to a map number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Team Daykwaza pull out the W here when it matters most, and they will be able to move us into a map number 3. Oh, our final series of the day goes to a map number 3. Nicely done. Final map of the day. Let's get into it. Map number 3 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it greatly. All right, it's not DJ. Right. Thank you for the correction. Thank you. I was just looking at your name and I was like, how can we ruin this? What kind of beer? I hope it's a hot hazy IPA. You know, I don't care for hazies, man. Like, they're not bad. It's just, it's everything is a hazy nowadays, and I'm so over the flavor of hazies. I hit it when you were petting Bandit. I was hoping the delay would catch. Yeah, the delay got screwed up when the stream dropped. The delay got screwed up a little bit, so it's actually a little bit longer, and there's no way for me to fix it outside of restarting stream, and I'm just not going to do that, so whatever. Welcome back into the Banshee Cup Round 5. We've got Team Daykwaza on the left, Team G on the right. We're going to map number 3, and it's Infernal Shrines. 20 heroes are unavailable, as we did have, this is the Meta Madness style of draft. We'll see some target bans going through here as well. Your wife knows how to make good food. Yeah, this is we just got a course. Just have a course, Jokoba. Oh yeah, we keep it simple here. I thought about buying Lagunitas when I was at the grocery store, but I was like, I don't feel like it. I thought about buying some Lagunitas. The other thing too is I have celiac disease, so technically drinking beer is not a smart move at all, but drinking like yeasty and weedy and hazies, those just make me have like what's it called, post-nasal drip. Like I start getting very mucusy. It's Bud Light, isn't it? No, I said it's Coors. We had Pad Thai. Oh, Pad Thai's great. Leoric will be your first pick on the right-hand side. Team Gia will be picking that up. Not a bad hero for Infernal Shrines. Good wave clear. good setup with the heroic. Mobility is pretty good, but the answer to that is going to be Dahaka and Brightwing, so a double global for the side of Daykwaza. Is there going to be a global match? I should have brought a blanket. I threw the blanket in the living room, and I should have left it with me, because I am a little cold on the lower half of my body. I would like to see the Falstad as a global answer, but we might not. I mean, it's great for this map. Hammering Q build is strong. Vala Uther, are we leaning into a double support, main tank Uther, hypercarry Vala? Because that's probably the direction. More stuff to ruin your day. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, you have to do what your body, you have to do what's good for your body. So if I want to drink beers, I drink beers that don't make me feel worse the next day. Do I love a Deschutes Fresh Squeeze IPA? All day. Do I love an all-day IPA? Absolutely. Do I love Oberon and 90% of the Bell's catalog of beers? Absolutely. Do most of these beers make me feel worse the next day? Yeah. So we drink cheap, easy beer. Do you ever have, oh my god, Fersteiner? Excuse me, Warsteiner? Yeah, no, Fersteiner is one of my favorite German beers. It's one of the few German beers you can get in the United States on tap at times. And, oh, dude, oh. When I was in Germany, whenever we went out to a restaurant, that was my go-to. I love Versteiner. Do we have time for blanket fetching? Nah, I'll just power through it. I'll power through it. I'm only cold because I'm sipping a cold beverage. But thank you, though. Yeah. There's a bunch of German beers that you can get here. It's just the cost is not the same. The cost is definitely not the same. Like, you go into Germany and you buy one of the big bottles, as we call it in the America, a bomber. But you buy one of those, like, 750 milliliter bottles in Europe, and that's, like, not even €1. You buy one of those here, it's, like, $7. Not exaggerating. I'm not even exaggerating. It's, yeah, the price of beer in the United States is insane. For how low quality it is, too. Medivh, Nubarak, Uther, Vala, Leoric. Okay, so it is Hypercarry Vala, like Giga Hypercarry Vala. Falstad, Brightwing, Stitches. I mean, I really like the Daykwaza draft so far. It's Infernal Shrines. They could pick up some sort of mage here. Mephisto is already banned away. I don't think Gul'dan's been played here. No, he was played in map 1 by, I think, by Madara. Or maybe that was the first... No. I don't think Gul'dan's been played yet. No, I like the Gul'dan quite a bit here. I like the Gul'dan really, really good. Wave clear, poke around the shrine, big burst damage. Horrify is a good way to, you know, Horrify is a good follow-up to Gorge from Stitches as well as the Gust. So this is actually a fantastic draft from T. Daykwaza. I don't know who wins this, but chat. Final game of the day, final map of the day. Let's get a good big gamble. Whereabouts in the world? I'm on the west coast of the United States. I live in California / Nevada. My the Lake Tahoe borders the two states. Price of everything in America is insane. I would agree. Is it tax and all that? I mean, no. The baseline cost of, like, good beer that's from Germany or wherever is at least $5 for a singular bottle, and then with tax and everything, it's probably $6 or more. I mean, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. Two big cans of Foster's is $7 at the grocery store. Foster's, okay? Gia will be playing Medivh for the side of Team Gia. We've got a Sereni, Vala, Skog on a Nubarak, Zablosh will be the Uther, and Rai on your Leoric. On the left-hand side, it's going to be Team Daykwaza with a Madara, Gul'dan, Elion on your Stitches, Daykwaza, Dahaka, Gamerboy with the Brightwing, and Dark will be your Falstad. Gamble. Final gamble of the day, chat. As this is the final map in our final best of 3. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Medivh, 6 stacks already. Good drag onto Leoric as he's able to get the portal out from Medivh. As a reminder, if you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe over there so we can grow the YouTube channel. We're on the path to 1,000 subscribers. If we can get to 1,000 subs on that channel, then we can monetize the YouTube, which just means more food for Bandit. And don't we all like feeding the good boy that is Bandit? Falstad and Friend can find a kill in top lane. Leoric's the first one to go down. First blood over to the side of Team Daykwaza. Price of everything in America is crazy. Price of everything in California is more. Yes, I also live in a tourist town, so there's also the bump in everything being more expensive because it's a tourist town. I tell people the cost of a pizza up here, and they're like, that's insane. And the pizza up here is not that good. Now, the Mexican food up here is fairly priced and is very, very good. So, you know, there's that trade. Hold the phone portal in from Medivh. Team G are looking to take down the Stitches, who will get a phase shift from Brightwing. But is that going to be enough to save the lad? Seems like he's able to back away. A hook goes out. 24 stacks, by the way, on Pursuit of Flame. A minute and 43 seconds in for Madara. Dan, are you saying that you spent €8 on 30 beers? Because that is just about a third of the price for 30 beers in the United States. And I'm sure your 30 beers are way tastier than mine. Yeah, like a 30 pack of Coors or Bud or Miller is around, depending on where you go, is anywhere from like $25 to $30 USD. Nice gambles, Chad. I'm very proud of you. All right, Arcane Punisher will be the first Punisher in the mid lane. We have the announcement for that as it's 2-minute 30 in-game time. And Medivh currently 23 stacks. 23 stacks for Uther Wave of Light is going into Holy Fire. We have 37 stacks for the Vala. Neil Peasants for Leoric. 8 on the Falstad and 1 Enhanced Agility stack for our Dahaka. Mind you, also, the Pursuit of Flame is done. Mid lane is going to have a bit of clear on this. 28 for that Medivh. We'll check on that stackage later. Falstad, Brightwing in the bottom lane are going to be pushing up onto the fort front gate. Looks like Brightwing's going to float her way towards mid. Nope, she's going to stick around in bottom lane. This is going to be first objective given over to the side of Team Gia. Portal, though, onto Madara! A hook connects onto Leoric, and he Wraith walks away immediately. Vala continues just to auto onto Stitches, trying to find that 50th auto attack stack. Very close to it. It's like 50. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Follow the multiple pings onto Vala right now. Medivh has the Force of Will onto her. 39 Skeletal Defenders, or 38, I guess. It doesn't matter. We do have this objective going over the side of Team Gia. And now, Nubrak with a combo into the Stitches, who's going to bite back onto the enemy with that little Devour. It did actually went into second helping, level 7. Got a Gambit Stitches on that one. Portal set up by the Medivh, and Nubrak jumps in here. Portal's back out. Raven Familiar, level 4, was picked up as this Punisher gets some damage onto the fort, but the fort front gate still stands. And this is actually not that much value achieved. The gate is going to go down. Nubrak's going to burrow back into this. Serenity on the Vala very low does go down, and she'll lose 1 stack of her Gambit. That 25% attack speed reduced to 20. Gia with a sliver of HP on 38 stacks for Medivh, so gotta be pretty happy about not dying right there, because losing 38 stacks would have been nasty. 242 Borg for $50 is not bad at all. I don't think you could ever find a deal like that. You could maybe get 60, as I said, you could get like 60 cans of cheap beer in the United States for that much. Might actually even be more than that. It might be closer to 55 bucks. Once again, they dive onto Gul'dan. Medivh is done with a stackage. Dark is trying to barrel roll and get out of here. Gets a pixie dust from Gamerboy, and Brightwing aids in the Falstad disengage. 10 talent here, almost here. Faster for Team Daykwaza, but Team Gia should be able to mop up that experience as well, as they found those later game kills. Pressure onto Stitches, but he's able to just back away. Leoric being pressured in top lane. He should go down here, actually. Sustained damage from Falstad is pretty hefty, and the body blocking from Daykwaza was nice. That kill will push the 10 talent tier faster to the side of Team Daykwaza. Isolation, Gust, Gorge, Orify, and Blink for the Brightwing, so fairly expected talents are fairly... Oh, wait, hold on. There's a phase shift into top lane. Gorge Stitches was used already. I apologize. There was a Gorge onto Vala, I think. The Gul'dan is able to take down Vala. Actually, I think it was the other way around. I think Vala was isolated. Uther was the one stuck inside that Gorge. I kind of heard the burp at the end there. Leyline Seal Cocoon. Cocoon is a counter into Stitches. When Stitches gorges someone and you cocoon him, he spits out the target immediately. Leyline Seal just literally stops and still holds the target inside Stitches' belly. I'm assuming Vala Uther, that's going to be Rain of Vengeance and Divine Shield. Divine Shield for the Uther. Is Vala going to go spinny shooty shot? Is she looking for strafe? Oh, you also work there. Well, that's also convenient. I did not know that. That's very convenient. Leoric in top lane, once again being pressured by Falstad and Dahaka, but he's able to Wraith walk out without any sort of worry. Still waiting on Vala to pick a level 10 here. Portal into bottom lane onto the Brightwing. She was cocooned in the setup. Stun, Impale. There's a Burrow charge, and yeah, she does go down. By the way, Vala did pick up Rain of Vengeance. Dahaka flanking on the right-hand side. It's a little risky right there. There's no allies around. I mean, Falstad literally showing in mid. A camp pinging in top, and Daykwaza is able just to meander his way behind the gate, uses his Lurk Restraint level 4 to push back the enemy. Objective phase is up, but it seems like Daykwaza. They're gonna almost get a kill on Dahaka there as he DC'd. All right, player DC. You told me like 3 times. I swear I've never heard that before. But I do miss things in chat, so that happens. Alright, well, Daykwaza's going to be DC'd for the time being. We'll see what's going to go on with that. And they almost got the kill onto Dahaka as he was standing still. I feel like they knew he was DC'd by standing still for so long. Bum. Oh, there we go. Alright, the readies are being requested. Let's see. We should have a ready out from the side of Team G in just a moment. And things are looking a little rough, but it's not too bad. Only one structure has gone down so far. Actually, not even that. Have you heard of Bear Belly Brewing? No, I haven't. I have not heard of them. If you're about to die, Alt F4 so you DC and the enemy team lets you live. Oh. Oh, I got blue windows. Okay, 13 talent tier advantage over to the side of Team Daykwaza as this objective phase is looking okay for Team Gia. Nubrak burrows in, lands the combo onto Gul'dan. The Gust from Falstad is forced out. The Cocoon denies the phase shift from Brightwing, and Gul'dan's got a piece of HP. He should go down immediately after exiting that Cocoon. Falstad, Dahaka work their way out of this top lane, and this is going to be Team Gia pushing in through the top lane, looking for more siege value. Vala's only died once. Vala has died twice, so she's down to 15% bonus attack speed. Steps into the fort front gate, trying to get some autos onto the far side of there. Only 84 stacks for the Vala currently. Nubrak and friends are going to dive onto Stitches, who's going to get the phase shift from Brightwing. Oh, Divine Shield onto Medivh there. Not sure. Seems like a bit of a panic moment, but not that big of a deal. Punisher dropping the fort down to 50%, and I think that's as much as they get on the side of Team Gia. Alright, portal set up to make a quicker rotation down towards mid. A Nubrak burrowing away and immediately hearthing out. Vala do the same to get full mana. Gia Medivh scouting out the enemies just above. Leoric on bottom lane is working on this camp. Can he get this done fast enough? Yes. Yes, indeed he can. 5-4. Oh, that was a good Wraithwalk right there. Nicely done from Leoric. Falstad gonna be discovered over here. Barrel rolls immediately. Oh, Anubrak misses the initial burrow. The phase shift once again denied by a cocoon from Anubrak. Vala has a Rain of Vengeance to drop immediately. It's a little too early, but it doesn't matter. Leyline Seal created some space in bottom. Medivh got turned into a pig. Medivh is going to be horrified. He's already done with his stackage, so it's kind of whatever. Force of Will is going to be activated. Self-cast. Gia's just throwing back these arcane flares. Gia's still dead. Uther doesn't get there in time, but maybe Gamer Boy is going to get a blink heal away. They head down the corridor. This is going to be, so far, Falstad, Medivh traded. Vala picks up her 100th stack and then some. Continuing to chase onto the enemy. Nubrak lanes the burrow. Sorry about that. And no extra fight or kills to be had. 16 talent to your half a level away, favoring the side of Team Daykwaza, as Team Gia just pick up their 15th right here. Sorry we're not married. That's okay. I wouldn't want other Twitch chatters to be jealous. Alright, Daykwaza makes a really quick work of this wave in top. That's going to push into 16. We've got the Rampant Hellfire as well as the Fell Armor for Gul'dan. That Rampant Hellfire is pretty big. See how that works out for Madara, but also the Pulverize. Nice burrow from from Dahaka, as he also uses the Tunneling Claws to speedily get away in this top lane. A hook! A hook gets close to the Uther, but no connection onto his butt. Okay. Critterize as well for the Brightwing, that armor debuff. What's up, Hots Finland? Tell Bandit he's perfect. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. Thanks, Finland. I appreciate it. Have one of these. Have one of these. Finland! Alright. So we'll have even talent here for this objective phase in bottom lane. The fort's already gone down on the right-hand side. This is going to be a quick... Oh, Daykwaza scouted out over here and needs to be a little careful. I mean, Falstad is kind of nearby. Okay, so they're not going to be forced to use Gust or anything like that. Objective phase started out here. Mortar Punisher for the bottom lane. Madara getting some quick fell flames through these skeletal defenders, but Medivh floating just above. Gotta be careful. Afraid of that Leyline Seal with the temporal loot. Okay, Horrify goes out. Friendly hook onto Madara. Rain of Vengeance dropped down by the Vala, not connecting Daykwaza in the flank here. Not sure about Daykwaza's positioning. Entomb from Leoric doesn't catch anyone. Gust from Falstad. It only pushes the Vala, and she's able to get the Divine Shield in time. There's a there's a Gorge onto our Uther, who's unable to get through that portal fast enough. Granted, Vala gets the counter kill onto Falstad. Top lane Fallen Shaman, mind you, is going to be pushing on to the fort, but the unfortunate RNG, the Fallen Shaman gets targeted by the structure. Uther up in 25. A hook goes between the enemies. That was really close. Madara making good work, or making quick work of a lot of these skeletal defenders. Is 22-20 in the available. Leyline Seal from Medivh connects onto a few. The top lane fort still goes down, and Nubrak burrows in onto Skog. Or excuse me, Skog burrows in onto Madara. A phase shift from Brightwing connects onto Madara just in time, but Leoric is still putting the pressure onto this Gul'dan, who's going to just drain a bunch of minions off of mid. Vala trying to throw some auto attacks back. Does have Manticore level 16, but Medivh is the one to go down. They're going to look to try and steal away the last four skeletal defenders, but they just can't do it. Gul'dan has way too much clear, and this is great for Team Daykwaza. I don't know why there's an address in my... Oh, that's a... Okay, sorry. I see an address in my chat, and I delete it, because that makes me nervous. Okay, you're just setting the name of the brewery. Okay. I'll have to look it up, Jokobo. That's, Kings Beach is the other side of the lake for me, though. Kings Beach is the other side. Sorry, I deleted your message. I see address, and I get nervous. Horrify from Gul'dan does connect. Leorc is the one to go down, polymorphed immediately, and Leorc is picked off. He can cheat death here, but 14 seconds on a Nubrek. This bottom lane keep is getting really low. Team Daykwaza may have taken this map number 3. Hook goes out. Jump from the Punisher, focusing on Davala. I think there's a Divine Shield thrown out in time, but still Uther will fall. Core shielding is getting low. Gus from Falstad. G is going to be targeted by, well, at least pinged. Anubrak is cocooned. Leyline Seal creates some space. The core shielding is dropping. Medivh goes down to Falstad. Dark is going to be able to get the last auto. Or actually, it's a Nubrak, but Stitches, sorry. But either way, that is going to be core falling, and the members of Team Daykwaza shut down Team Gia. GG, well played. GMFG. Ah, they said it. They did the thing. Before any of you run on out of here, I just want to say thank you all for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here. I will be off stream tomorrow. I'll be doing preparation. We have the subathon coming up this Tuesday. So subathon is coming up this Tuesday. I hope to see you all on Tuesday for a wonderful, big stream. Until then, I appreciate everyone who's hung out. Thanks for the lurks. Thanks for the chats. Thanks for the resubs. Thanks for the gifted subs. And thanks for the new follows. As I said, that is going to be it for us today.